This is Mary, and this is Martin. Martin and Mary have something in common. They love the beach, they love sports, and they love looking good with an athletic body. One day, they had a dream. They wanted to learn kitesurfing. They went to a kitesurfing school and booked a beginner's course. This type of course usually takes 3 days and follows a standard curriculum standardized by organizations like the IKO, the BKSA, or the VDWS. These courses are pretty much the same at all kitesurfing schools all over the world. Including some theory about safety and the wind window, these kitesurfing courses cover, for instance, basic kite flying skills, how to rig an inflatable kite, landing and launching a kite, body dragging downwind and upwind, without the board and with the board. And finally, the great moment, the first water start. Before her kitesurfing beginner's course began, Mary thought that she would quickly learn the sport, and by the end of the 3-day course, she wanted to look like this. But instead, she was only riding a few meters and kept crashing. Martin tried even harder, and he booked some additional course days, but the result was not much better. After the water start, he disappeared quickly downwind, riding away from his instructor. Therefore, there was very little his instructor could do to help him, let alone teach him. After this questionable fun, Martin had to waste most of his lesson time and all of his energy walking back against the wind with his kite. This is because a beginner kitesurfer can simply not stay upwind. Both Mary and Martin had to learn this the hard way. A beginner kitesurfer is very much a playball of nature. Learning how to ride upwind is by far the most difficult part when learning to kitesurf. The reason why it is so difficult and why your progress is so slow is simply because during a whole day of practicing, you only have a few minutes of net time on your board. The rest of the time you actually spend walking back upwind. Therefore, it takes a long time until you finally manage to succeed. In fact, most kitesurfing students suffer the same fate as Mary and Martin. They finally give up in frustration. Their dream of looking good in an athletic body, despite eating as much as they like, had burst like a bubble. But hang on, where did this photo come from? What did they do? Could they recover their dream to become real, fully independent kitesurfers? Could they have extreme fun on the water? Could they look good, healthy and fit? Be able to eat as much as they like and gain great self-confidence as real kitesurfers? Let me share the secret with you. On the x-axis, you see the time you spend learning this fantastic sport. On the y-axis, you see your progress. After 3 days, you will usually complete your first water start. From then onwards, you want to become comfortable in riding, then you want to learn how to change direction, and eventually you don't want to be the playball of nature anymore, but you want to determine where you go. For this, you need to be able to ride upwind. From then onwards, you can fully navigate and everything will become much easier. You can then start learning your first tricks. Unfortunately, this is often the typical learning curve. You proceed to learn on the water start, and then you get stuck. The secret to further proceeding with your learning curve is the downwind method. The downwind method simply means that you can slowly drift downwind for a couple of kilometers while practicing. To be able to do this without any worries, you will need 2 things. Firstly, your instructor should always be around you in order to give you some comfort and to give you the necessary hints, tips, and instructions. This can be done in 2 ways. Either your instructor follows you in a boat, the boat goes downwind along with you and the instructor can talk to you. Or, your instructor follows you with his own kite. By radio communication, he or she will always be in contact with you so they can teach you and comfort you should there be any problems or difficulties. If your kitesurfing instructor follows you on his own kite, he or she can also act as a role model for you. The instructor can, for instance, ride in front of you to show the right body posture or the correct kite position. You can then simply imitate what the instructor demonstrates, which is a very easy and fun way of learning. Also, the instructor can be of great help if you crash, lose your board, and you cannot yet reliably recover the board through upwind body dragging. Second thing you need for the downwind method is transport back at the end of the slow down window. You and the instructor can then conveniently drive back to the starting point of the downwinder, often many kilometers after 1 or 2 hours of intensive practice on the water. This will save you a lot of energy walking back upwind, and instead you can concentrate fully on practicing, riding and learning to ride upwind. With the downwind method, you'll become a real, fully independent kitesurfer from zero to hero within 2 to 3 weeks. This is the speciality of KITEKAHUNAS Advanced Kitesurfing School in Cape Town, South Africa.
My name is Wolfram Reiners. I'm a professional kitesurfer and the owner of KITEKAHUNAS. We are located in Cape Town, South Africa. Many people say this is the most beautiful city in the world and a perfect holiday destination. Our specialty is our kitesurfing beginners crash courses. Come to us for 2 or 3 weeks as a complete beginner, or after you have done a short beginner's course somewhere else, and leave Cape Town as a real, fully independent kitesurfer. Here we have the prerequisite for the downwind method, a many kilometers long, uninterrupted beach. Since 2008, we have developed and perfected our unique downwind teaching method with great success. Our wind season is October until March every year. Just send us an email and we will contact you back. We are looking forward to making you a real kite surfer, which will change your life.